Hello, folks. WayneZ0207 here. Hope you're doing fantastic as always. And I'm coming at you with a retro recap live stream. So, welcome one, welcome all. On Thursday, we had a test stream with the new Harder Communications Wi-Fi, and it was a success. From this point onward, you should expect little to no dropped frames. And I'm looking at my stream deck right now, and according to that, I have 2 dropped frames, but not that much of a big deal. So needless to say, the Wi-Fi is at a very high speed. That's going to be pretty reliable for us in the near future. But meanwhile, before we do dive into what we're going to be playing for Retro Recap, for those of you that did not see the posts that I've been making on Facebook, there is something I wish to touch base on. Overworking. The big problem is the world's gotten so busy. And the big question we got to ask is, why? Why have we gotten so busy? Why is it that we can't find time for ourselves and for our friends and loved ones? That is definitely something that I've struggled with too. And I've also noticed other creators struggling as well. In fact, that's also one of the reasons that I respect Dead. He recently made the decision to stop streaming so often and just stream every now and then, randomly, or on special occasions. And that is to save time for his family. I mean, he's already working a job at Stern. He's already made a living off of making pinball machines. He even made Foo Fighters. He's working with the guys at Stern. It's just too much for him to do all this at once. It's also the same reason that I respect creators like Markiplier and Jacksepticeye. They are able to make time for their friends, their girlfriends, partners. They have their priorities set straight. Far too often, we award gold medals for people who burn themselves out. And that needs to change. So, those of you creators that are out there just making a living, working hard, that is commendable. Please be sure to save time for your life, too. I mean, they care about you a lot, too. Just being able to make that time for yourself, it'll even make you recharged and ready to go back at it the next go-around. And so, it's a big shout-out to those creators that are able to make those work-life adjustments, balance their schedule accordingly. With that being said, I am going to go into the game that we're going to be playing today. Upon the request of White Lightning 65, shout out to you, we are going to be playing The Legend of Zelda. And if I pull it up really quick, the game was released February 21st, 1986 on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Now, Legend of Zelda recently had an uprising with Breath of the Wild 2, if I do recall correctly. Folks, are you still there? Good to see that we're still there. I don't know why OBS decided to disconnect for some reason. Hey, at least we're still standing. Anyways, getting back to the topic at hand, we're going to dive into The Legend of Zelda. With that being said, it's time that we fire up the time machine, folks. Here we go. Warping back in time to the 80s. Warping back in time to the good old days. Let's go! And here we are in the 1986. The year Legend of Zelda came out. Now, as you can see, I am playing this on an emulator called RockNES. It's a free emulator that is available for download. You can actually look up The Legend of Zelda, and it will actually ask you to go to the website that they direct you to and download the emulator. Now, before you go downloading emulators, folks, it's important to make sure that these emulators are legitimate. You don't want yourself getting into a little bit of a scam, so to speak. Anyways, as you can see, we have the Legend of Zelda going on right here. We have the title screen ready for me to push start and go ahead and play this thing. Now, I've already started the save file, and I've titled the character Link. That's his canonical name. And when you push escape, you actually pull up the menu that you see before you. It gives you main menu, CPU, miscellaneous, options, and help. Now, what I have efficiently done is I have set up a save state on this game, which I will load the previous save state here in a minute, but I know you folks want to see those iconic lines, though. I'm just going to go ahead and push escape, and then start this game right up. And what a title. So, anyways, sorry, I had to put my earbuds back on. Okay, now we've hit enter, hit start, and register your name. And we're registering on file 1. Kind of neat that you can just tap buttons, enter in the initials, and then get started. It's that simple. And I'm playing this on the keyboard, so the controls are a little bit different. I do believe that in order to register, I had to hit tab, 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 enter. Simple as that. Now, when you first spawn, you enter this nice little area here. A good starting point. Then you go into the door. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. Then you collect the sword, and you're ready to go. And that's basically how the game starts off. But I'm not going to start from here. Like I said, I have a save state that I have effectively created since I played this earlier. So what I'm going to do is escape. And then I'm going to go to, I do believe it's CPU. And then load state. And it's going to load from slot 0. And as you can see, I died, I think it was 6 times. And so, with that being said, I'm going to try and get to the first dungeon. Now, it's a bit tough for me to talk while, but however, I do believe the game audio is playing over my speaking. So, when I hear it from the headphones, I should not be distracted by my own speaking. So, occasionally, every now and then, when you defeat an enemy, you will spawn a fairy. If you collect a fairy, it'll restore all your life. And as you can see, it's tough to position yourself accordingly to the enemies. And movement on the keyboard is a little bit different than from a traditional controller. And so to speak, these enemies, they don't pull any punches. I mean, one false move and you're done. Simple as that. I mean, once you take a single hit, you have to get up close in your enemies. At least until you get later power-ups such as the boomerang and the bombs. But I'm going to be focusing on the first dungeon. You see, I got the first Triforce earlier, but then I activated a weird glitch with the boomerang that made the game freeze up, and I had to save from the previous save state and lose a good chunk of my progress. And what I'm collecting here is called a rupee. A rupee is the in-game's concern. Oh my goodness. Sorry for that, folks. Anyways, rupees are the in-game currency. When you collect these rupees, you're able to go to the store and purchase key items that you could use to effectively progress the game. Now, in the dungeon rooms, it plays out like a regular dungeon, a hack and slash, so to speak, except without all the leveling up. And you have to navigate your way through the various rooms and defeat the boss in order to acquire pieces of the Triforce. And once you acquire all the pieces of Triforce, you could go ahead and stop Ganon and save all of Hyrule. But since this is a new save, I have 0 pieces of the Triforce due to the fact that I activated that glitch. As you can see, I took down a few skeletons. Believe it or not, these enemies have unique names like Octorok, Deku Knight, or Darknut Knight. Darknut Knight was what it was. And these are... I can't remember the enemies, but... Can we stop to acknowledge that that low health beep is annoying as heck? I mean, it gets very, very annoying. And bam, just took out all those skeletons. I can get out of here. Let me try going up. That just made me exit. Let's go back in. Anyways, let's try going up north. And here goes those skeleton enemies again. Now, occasionally, depending on the enemy you defeat, you'll either see a flashing rupee or a solid blue rupee. If you collect the solid blue rupee, that's worth way more. As you can see, I currently have 55 rupees. Not even enough to buy a shield. Okay, I better concentrate, folks, because I've got a lot of enemies. And a lot of challenge here. I'm on my last bit of health. Bam, that's them taken care of. Now, occasionally when you defeat enemies in a dungeon room, the room will spawn a key, which you can go to other rooms using those keys. And I think those keys might unlock chests too, but that's just me speaking. Anyways. Ah, shucks. Couldn't have expected that tiny blob to just... Dang. So that makes 7 deaths. And the cool thing it is, if you die in a dungeon, it'll respawn you at the beginning. So that's pretty neat. And since I'm playing this from my keyboard, I'm using X to swing the sword. At full health, you can shoot a sword projectile, which is effective for keeping your distance, which is why I try my hardest not to take any damage whatsoever. Like so. Look at how I took care of those enemies swiftly. Anyways. Bosses are a bit tougher to defeat than regular enemies. They require certain items, such as the bombs, in order to take them out. I do believe the first boss is a dragon. And so, in order to defeat him, I'm gonna need to use some bombs, which I clearly have none of. So allow me to take care of these bats. Those things get annoying very fast. And as you can see, I acquired a compass. If you hit enter, you can see the menu, and it shows your entire inventory, the map, as well as all the items you have acquired. And if you hit enter again, it brings you back to, of course, main gameplay. Now I'm gonna go left, as if I recall correctly, this is the path that I have to go in order to reach the dragon boss. Alright, then once you take care of enemies in a certain room where the door closes on you, the door will reopen. Now these blobs can get very, very annoying. I do believe in the later dungeons, there are actual slimes that spawn. So taking care to avoid those enemies. And speaking of the difficulty level, as you progress on throughout the game, the enemies get tougher and tougher. And as such, you have to upgrade your life points through heart containers. They add an additional heart to your life. And as you go on throughout the game, you actually gain more rupees, and you have the opportunity to buy better items, such as a shield. I do believe the first shield that's an upgrade, it costs 160 rupees. Okay, I'm gonna acquire a key here, open the door. Okay. Oh boy, these enemies, they're not too bad. As you can see, I have acquired 4 bombs. That's just enough to take out the boss. And you use your items by pressing Z on the keyboard. Oh, that's unfair. Why do they have to place a trap like that? Just ridiculous. Anyways, I do believe that would be a hidden secret. Now, I'm not going to bother too much with those at the moment since my supply of bombs are, well, limited. Oh, and I just wasted a one. Silly me. Anyways, the bombs deal significant damage. Now, of course, there are supposed enemies that are in the air that you can't exactly hit right off from the get-go. I think you have to acquire a certain item in order to drag them down and do actual damage. I do believe if you hit the clock, it'll halt time for a brief period, and so you can get away from your enemies or finish them off. Either one. Anyways, I'm not gonna bother with these bats. They don't drop anything whatsoever. And neither will I bother with those tiny little blobs. The amount of enemies that don't drop anything is absurd. So I better get out of here before I drop to my last heart. And let me take out these skeletons in the hopes that I'll acquire another heart. But hey, on the bright side, at least it got richer. No hearts, but I got richer. Anyways, these enemies, like I said, not too much of a hassle. That annoying health beep. All right, that's them taken care of. So taking a break from the actual gameplay, I've heard that Breath of the Wild 2 is supposed to be pretty exciting. And I think Nintendo laid down a bunch of DMCA claims for just a simple leak. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Anyways, I forgot we were headed for the moment, so it took me looking at the map for me to realize that I needed to use one of my keys. But anyways, moving onward. So Nintendo had to file a massive DMCA run just to stop those leaks. And as I've stated in one of my previous posts, Nintendo is also notorious for taking down numerous emulators that allow people to play these classics. And it's a good thing they haven't touched me right away. I mean, I just downloaded the emulator for Christ's sake. Anyways, we're at the boss. So the dragon, it's gonna spawn 3 fireballs and try to attack you from a distance. What you wanna do is dodge the fireballs, get up close, and bomb the sucker. Yep, just move away like so. Not paying attention. Anyways, dodge the fireballs. Get up close, bomb him. I can't believe that explosion missed. Bam, that's him taken care of. Now I have 4 hearts. And whoop-de-doo, a piece of the Triforce. Look at that. And that's how you take care of a boss like a professional. Like I said, I'm not going to bother with the secrets too much, but I will uncover some secrets every now and then if I find them. Anyways, now that I've taken care of that boss, I can continue to find other dungeons. So anyways, I'm very lucky that Nintendo hasn't touched the stream just yet. Boy, what a tragedy that would be. I'm getting distracted here, folks. Hey, more bombs. More power to it. Anyways, I will quickly mention that the boomerang in this game, right off the bat, is useless. I mean, if you even try to use it, the enemies won't get hurt at all. I mean, like, let me try hitting the Z button right now. No damage. Just none. No damage. Period. I'm pretty sure there's an upgrade to make it do damage, but I'm not even gonna bother with that right now. All that matters is that I find another dungeon to crawl. Right, picking up another heart. Actually, why don't I get richer? Because I want to upgrade my shield a little bit. I do believe there's some goblin enemies if I continue further east. But anyways, getting back to the more recent games. The only Legend of Zelda game that I actually finished, story-wise, is Hyrule Warriors. And it's a pretty interesting game, because in that game, you actually do level up, and you do acquire better weapons, just as in this game. But the main difference between Legend of Zelda and Hyrule Warriors is that you unlock better weapons through Adventure Mode. In Adventure Mode, you actually fight across various scenarios through a certain character or through a character. Oh my goodness. I keep getting distracted by my own voice. Anyways, some missions will allow you to select a character. Some will actually force you to select a certain character. And those types of missions can get exciting. Now give me a minute to take care of the rest of these folks. And here goes that low health beep again. That gets annoying. Just get it done and over with. Thank you. Dang. I tell ya, playing on the keyboard is a lot tougher than it seems. Let me try going left for a change. And of course, the game starts you with 3 hearts again. So there's no way that you're getting the sword beam right off the bat if you have to respawn. So on second thought, I think I'm gonna try to farm lives. Dodge that projectile. Believe it or not, the shield reflects projectiles, but you have to be facing the projectile in order for that to work. And it'll only work on certain projectiles, like that squid enemy that I just dealt with. They're actually called Octorocks, and they launch rock projectiles. Now, the enemy that's appearing from the sea, they're actually launching a fireball at me. And I do believe that is a projectile that the shield can't exactly block, so you actually have to dodge those. Now, if you go in here, you're gonna see a character that gives you a clue. Meet the old man at the grave. Don't know what that means. If anyone knows what that means, feel free to let me know in the chat. I could use a little bit of a hint here. Let me actually go left. It's not. I lost my sword beam right away. Drat. Believe it or not, you can actually attack the sea enemy if they get up close. And again, trying that boomerang again. Nothing. Hold on. Maybe the boomerang is good for something. Let me get in here for a minute. Buy something, will ya? Do the scroll. Let me read the chat for a minute. Up. Oh, goodness. Up, there we go. You are left-handed and ambidextrous, son. Go left. Clearly, I have reached my ruby limits, so I think I'm actually gonna get... Let me actually get a bomb. I know it's a bit of a waste of money, but... Hey. Now my bomb count is at 8. Well, let me try to find a secret here. Actually, I think I have to hit enter and then select the bomb from the menu. All right. Nothing there. What about right here? Hey, a secret! Would you look at that? Boy, this is really expensive. No kidding. Because I clearly can't afford any of this. Or at least a good chunk of the items. I'm not even gonna bother with those. I know that the secret's there. I'm gonna leave it be. Anyways, gonna slay these folks. And let me try to boomerang when collecting an item. I think that's the boomerang's function. To bring the items to you. Oh gosh. That was a swift one. Yikes. Alright. Maybe try another dungeon. Gonna go right here. Right off the bat, I'm taking damage. Keep going left and surprise with a right. Okay. Bam. Right. These spider enemies can get very annoying. They jump all over the place. Gets ridiculous. Took care of those guys. Now progressing further right. I do believe there's a dungeon up this way. Just have to keep going. Bam. Bam. Let me actually try... Oh, that's right. I have to hit enter and then select the boomerang. Yep, just as I confirmed. This thing pulls in items. So if you want to pick up an item, just simply use the boomerang. Oh boy. They're actually adding in ocean sounds at his segment. Okay, I think the goblin enemies is where I farm rupees and try to get richer. And I'm at low health again. Jeez, that gets annoying. Bam. Just save my hide. Moving to the right. Actually, go back. Go down. They're watching you left. Pull right. Oh, and I'm at low health again. Okay, I better get out of here. This is too hectic. Too chaotic. Don't think I could get out of here, folks. I'm gonna have to tough it out. And they got me. You know, this sort of kind of resembles one of those, I do believe it's called a bullet hell, in which you have to avoid a bunch of attacks, left and right. There's just literally no room for error in those games. Bam. 2 projectiles reflected with ease. Now I'm gonna use these sword beams to take care of these spiders. Dang, they get annoying. Aha, a clock. Just perfect. You're finished. Now I'm gonna get out of here quickly. How's this? More sword beams. Take that, you creepy crawlies. Alright, getting out of here. Ah, so the counter does actually go higher. I thought there was a limit and I had to upgrade my rupee storage. Oh well. Bam, 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 bam. Be gone! Right. Again, let me move toward that dungeon. This is getting hectic pretty fast. Just gonna move right past these enemies, not gonna bother with them. You got this. Ambidextrous. Thank you so much. Alright. Bam. Okay, now I think it's asking me to go up. That's odd. Alright, I better get in here. Buy something, will ya? Again, don't exactly quite have enough. So, getting out. Oh gosh, this is actually hurting my back a little. Hey, I could take this. I could take this. And bam, bam. I do believe the blue Octoroks have more health. Man, these enemies are getting annoying. On. Hey, up. Pushed down by mistake. All right, getting out of here. Actually, bam. found a bomb before I even left. Maybe if I, let me go to the menu. Bomb. Nope, not quite. Lean back in chair. You earned a message. A massage. Oh. I kind of get what you were trying to get at here. All right. Yep. Still doesn't help too much, but thanks anyways. Come on. I gotta hit someone. All right, there we go. Anyways, nowadays they come out with these exciting releases, and yet no one bothers to play the classics nowadays. Good thing that I'm doing these retro recaps. All right, Spider, get out of there. That's right. Bam. Right. You better get out of there too. Come on. Come on, don't be shy. Take a shot at me. Get destroyed. That spider just got absolutely baited. Let me try going up this way. And this way. Let me try going north for a change, matter of fact. Oh, now we're coming across the desert. Okay, these spinning enemies. When the new Spider-Woman. Yeah, I actually did get the chance to see Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. And needless to say, it's a pretty good anthology film. I mean, there's all sorts of animation styles that the film incorporates, such as Venom or Lego. I mean, that movie was crazy. And it even provided a simple explanation for alternate universes and timelines, for those that prefer layman's terms. Anyways, these spinning enemies, they do get annoying themselves. They can actually dig underground. Gotta wait for them to reappear, like so. Crushed. Collect that. And wait for you to pop up. Bam. Get out of here. All right, wait for you to pop up again. Bam. Didn't see that one coming. Okay. Now, the enemies that are spinning, I'm talking about the one that has propellers. You can't hit them. Period. Look out for side swindlers in the desert. Yep, I know. All right, we're back here. I better get in the shop quickly. Buy something, will ya? Perhaps up to 20 more. Be right back. If I could slay these spiders, that is. That's right. And it won't let me pick up the heart, so. Actually, wait. If I hit boomerang. There we go. Now I'm getting the hang of it. Right. Hitting back to bomb in case I ever need it. Bam. And the clock came in at the wrong time. I've already taken care of the enemies, for Christ's sake. Okay, bunch of Octoroks. Better take care of all of them. Alright. Let me actually try putting a bomb right here. I think there might be a secret. Nope. Worth a shot. Ooh, a fairy. Let me try... Oh, the fairy refilled all my lives. Okay, that makes sense. Let me actually try a bomb right here. Oh, gotta switch to the bomb. Ah, shucks. If you guys spot any secrets, let me know. Oh boy, here come more of those suckers. Alright. And that's a bunch of Octoroks taken down in one fell swoop. I'm gonna try and sword beam this enemy down. Bam. Oh. Oh, I know you're gonna pop up somewhere. Somewhere. Oh. And good night, almost. Oh, one more. Oh, one more. And... oh, almost. I swear he's almost finished. Alright. I'm not even gonna bother with this guy. I'm getting out. Alright, here come more Octoroks. That's right. You better run. Let me try going left. Right. And that's all my life ports restored. I think there's a dungeon in the east, like I said. So I'm actually going to continue going east. Continue going right. Almost counts in hand grenades. Yes, left. Damn. Didn't mean to do that. Alright, there we go. That's right. You better run. Wait! I have 140 rupees. I can actually go to the shop and buy a better shield. If I could find it. Actually save up a little bit. And these goblin enemies can also be a bit of pain. They're pretty durable. Takes 2 or 3 hits to take them down. Alright, is maybe wrong. So go wrong? Oh my goodness. Alright, better focus here. These enemies are getting the hang of me. Bam, bam. Get out of here. Ah. And they got me. That makes 8 deaths now. Alright. So let me get back the sword beam back. If I could find an enemy with a heart. Right. Going left. Okay, 9 lives. Pretty funny. Right, going right. Bam. Bam, bam. Okay. So, needless to say, Retro Recap is pretty helpful for discovering old relics. I'm so glad I'm doing the streams like this. Who knows? I might play a PlayStation game next. If Retro Recap is selected as a live stream for a following weekend, I would like to see some more suggestions like this. Some older titles. Who knows? Maybe even Gauntlet on the PS1 or Mario 64. I mean, there's a bunch of classics out there. And these classic titles are everywhere. Okay, we're back in the desert. Oh, better concentrate. Get out of here. See ya. Here come more. All right. Wait for all of them to pop up again. That's right. Better run. Come out again, I dare ya. Bam. And... bam. Anyways, getting back to the retro recap. I think Pac-Man World is a pretty good one. I do believe I have it on the PlayStation. I own a copy of the original PlayStation game. And I could play it on the PlayStation 3. I did that quite a lot back then. Oh boy. Better wait for these guys to pop back up. And stay out. Get back up. That's right. Well, double KO. Well, I think I pretty much covered all the bases with this game. I mean, really, it's just a game about exploring dungeons, finding all the pieces of the Triforce, and effectively stopping Ganon from taking over Hyrule. And so with that, folks, thank you so much for tuning in. I know this wasn't a pretty long stream. Not too much interesting things have been happening, but at least we got to revisit a relic from the past. And so coming up tomorrow, we've got a gaming and video reaction live stream. And who knows what I'm going to be playing next, whether it be Storm Pimble Arcade or MK11. We'll just have to wait and find out. And folks, with that being said, thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, moments in life, seems we have the power to turn those into accomplishment. So, this is WayneZ0207, aka Fourth Wall Breaking, Woman Army, signing out.